Welcome everybody to the Wilderness Off-Road channel. Today we're going to be installing a new light bar on the Outback. So I decided to go with a Lasfit 30-inch light bar. I've been running their pods for a while now, so I know that they are good quality, and these bars came out not too long ago, and decided that I would like to test them out. So I purchased this 30-inch light bar not too long ago, got it installed. But in this video, I'm going to show you the install, a little bit of how I wired it up, and then the performance of it. But before we get into that, I do want to let you know I have a 10% discount code. If you use that, that'd be really great. It works on anything on their site, and it just really lets them know that I sent you guys over there. So without further ado, let's hop into the install. I'm here in my garage again. Weather has been pretty crappy, so that's spring for you, and I'll be back for some final thoughts. All right, everyone, I'm back in my garage once again. The weather, of course, is not cooperating, so it is what it is, but I gotta get this video done and this modification put on the vehicle. So I'm going to unbox and show you the light bar and the light harness, and then how I'm gonna mount the light bar on the vehicle. So right here, I ordered the Lasfit wiring harness. This wiring harness is quite long. It's got a very nice weather coating here. It's very sturdy, nice clicky button. It does have an inline fuse down here, and I will be modifying this harness since I already have a aux beam switch panel. It's plenty long for my need and probably most people. It does have two connectors here. I think these are Dutch connectors. I think that's what you call them. Most lights are using them these days, which is nice since it makes it a lot easier to obviously connect and disconnect the light when needed. And of course, since the light bar is up on my basket, or will be, it will be nice to easily unplug and be able to take the basket off with the light bar still attached. So this is the harness, that back there, and the way that I am connecting or mounting the light bar to my basket is I'm using these very heavy duty light bar tube mounts. You can mount them on any round surfaces. They do come with different size inserts depending on the size of tube that you want to mount these onto. So these are a little bit more beefier than I thought they would be, which is a good thing, but also I need to be able to fit them under my fairing on the basket, or I'll just have to cut a little gap for them, which is fine. But these will do just fine. They're more than enough, and it will make the process pretty easy. It comes with hardware as well. So for the light bar, this is the 30-inch Lasfit single row light bar. I believe they only sell single row light bars at the moment. But let's just hop in right here. I think in total with the mounting hardware, it's about 32 inches long. If you put your hardware on the sides, you can put it on the back of the light as well. So hopping right into this. Right away, you get your light bar. It's all nicely wrapped up. And then in this very corner here, you'll get your mounting hardware. And that is all the box includes. Alright. So setting that kind of aside there. Let's get to the hardware first. So you have your side brackets. Which is pretty self-explanatory, which I believe I will be using the side brackets. I will find out once I mount the tube light bar mount up on the basket. I'll really know then. And then the, they call them the bottom brackets, but brackets that attach to the back of the light bar. So you would attach it to the back, the light bar would sit along here, and you can move this, of course, along wherever you want on the light bar. So those are your two options for connecting the light bar to the mounts. And then this right here is, of course, the bar itself. Got nice padding for packaging and shipping. Here's your connector. It has a good amount of length to it as well. And then here's the bar itself. It's a very clean, single row, 30-inch light bar. It's supposed to be waterproof. And I mean, they show them sticking these bars in a bucket of water and running. And of course, always be wary of advertisements, but I've been running their pods for a while now, and they've been perfect. No problems. So as you see here on the back, this is where you'd run your bolts for the rear mounting option. Slide them in here and run them down. And then the side will mount right into there. And you can tell this is all nice metal here, and it's very sturdy. And of course right now, nice and clean. I'm excited to see how this performs. So I'm gonna get to installing the bar mounts, and then I will decide on whether I'm going to use side or back. I still think at this moment I'm going to use the side mounts, and we'll go from there, and then I'll show you how I'm going to wire it up. Very simple and straightforward, and I'll show you the performance of this light bar, even though cameras don't really do it justice, especially at night. For any light, doesn't really matter what you're running, but I'll show you either way. Compare them to my regular headlights and possibly my Lasfit pods as well, and we'll go from there. Alright everyone, so I ended up taking off the basket fairing and mounting the light bar as so. I think it will work just fine. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise, but those bar mounts work perfectly, and I did end up using the side mounts for the light bar. And then I simply ran the main connector to the side there, kind of under this roof rack cover or running bar cover type thing down into a KC wire hider, which worked perfectly. It's a little fussy to get on there, but it worked perfectly. And I ended up just going straight under the hood here, just right where the Lasfit pods go through. And simply just continued the wire running up along the 80th ditch bracket right there. And then down along the same line where I run the other stuff. So this will go into number 5, which has the next largest fuse. I could put it in number 2, but no big deal. I'll keep it there since the spot on my controller is open, and I'll save that for what I have already labeled for. So this is a 30 amp fuse. The light bar only runs at 90 watts, and for 12 volts at 90 watts is only, I think, about maybe 7.5 or 8 amps. So this should be good enough, I believe. And the light bar works perfectly well. And I'll give you a front shot here. So right there, the light bar fits perfectly where the fairing was. Like I said before, I kind of originally was gonna hang it off the basket with the fairing, and that fairing was a bit of a pain to try to get those brackets around, or I guess behind. So I just tried this option, and we'll go for it for now. And as long as it works out, which I think it will, I'll keep it this way. And if need be, I'll change it. So later on, when it's darker out, I will give you some night footage like I mentioned before, and I'll give you my final thoughts on what I think about this light bar. But so far, I think it looks good, it's sleek, and from my little test already, it is bright. So we'll get to that right now. All right guys, here's a view from outside the car. We just have the regular HIDs running. We'll turn on the Lasfit pods. And then lastly, the Lasfit 30-inch light bar. Woo! That is quite the spot. It looks good. It's very bright. Woo! I am impressed. For the price of this light bar, I don't think you can beat the performance. Wow, I could aim that up just a little bit, but the car is slanted down. But it works out and looks great. Okay, let's hit that light bar and pods. everyone, what do you guys think of the performance of that light bar? Honestly, I am quite impressed with the price to performance ratio is pretty darn good. So, and also combining that with the pods, it's just makes a really great combo. I definitely think that going with this light bar was a good choice, and over time I'll be able to tell if the quality holds up. But from running the pods for a while now, I have faith in the light bar, but that time will come and we will find out how long it really lasts. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't forget about the discount code. Also, please feel free to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.